Jocelyn. Welcome back to the Grandbaby Cakes kitchen. Today I'm sharing another frosting, or shall I say buttercream recipe with you. This recipe is a little bit more involved than the American buttercream recipes that I've shared with you in the past. We are making Swiss meringue buttercream. It's a little bit more extensive, more of a more intermediate level in terms of skill that's needed to create this recipe. But if you follow along, I will share some tips so you nail it each and every time. Let's get started. All right, so this recipe starts with a lot of eggs. We are making meringue, and if you've ever made a lemon meringue pie, you know you need the egg whites. So we're gonna start with 8 eggs here. Yes, lots of eggs. You're gonna have lots of yolks left over, so you can save that, make some custard, do something delicious with it. So we are going to start to separate our eggs. Just make sure you just keep the egg white. That's all we want for this, so we can get a nice, beautiful meringue, and then you can just keep your yolk for later. All right, so we've got our egg whites ready to go. I'm actually going to add in some granulated sugar here. And it's a lot of granulated sugar, but it's necessary because we're gonna actually put this over some heat in a second. So just pour this right into your egg whites. And we're also going to add in some salt. Take a spatula, just mix all this together. Okay, I've got this all mixed up, and now we're gonna put this over some heat so we can start to get those eggs up to temperature. So I've taken a pot and I've put about like an inch of water inside of it. Depending on the size of the pot, you'll just wanna make sure it's about like an inch or two up from, in terms of the water you add to it. And I've put it over like a medium-high heat because I wanna get it up to temperature, get it to boiling, kind of like a low simmer. And then I'm going to add our nice egg white mixture right on top. So we're gonna let this go for a little bit of time. That's if you're starved for time. This is not the buttercream recipe to make. You should make the American buttercream. Takes just a few minutes to throw together. But here, you actually have to do some babysitting. There's some care and some skill. You need to make sure that you continue to stir this so the eggs won't scramble. All right, y'all, so this is almost at temperature. If you have a thermometer, you wanna get it to 160, but you can always do what I do, which is the finger test, because I've been making buttercream for ages. So you wanna just stick a finger in, and if it's like pretty much to the point where it's like hot and you don't wanna just keep it in, then it's pretty ready to go and you can take it off of the heat. Okay, let's mix this up. Okay, so we've got that nice foam on top that's developed, and these are cooked to temperature. So now I'm gonna add this directly into our mixing bowl. Now we're gonna just start mixing this up. So you can see that our meringue has started to take shape here. It's glossy. It's white, it's fluffy. I mean, it just looks beautiful, right? But at this point, you'll notice like if you touch your bowl, it's gonna still be very, very warm. And we do not want to add the butter to this bowl if it's warm. So this is gonna take some time. Like, continue to mix this on high until your bowl has gotten very cool. Like, you want this to be cool to touch. If it's still warm, you have to wait before you start the next step. So we've got our meringue cooled down. You wanna make sure, like I said, that the bowl is cool to touch, and it is, which means that we can start adding in our butter, and we're gonna do this in increments. You wanna add maybe about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the room temperature butter at a time and let that get incorporated into your meringue. right, let's go for it. So now I'm gonna crank it back up and let all the ingredients come together. So we've got our vanilla in, and look at this perfect, luscious texture. This is perfect Swiss meringue buttercream. Yes, it takes a lot of time, but it is worth it. The flavor is sensational. It tastes so much less sweet than like American buttercream. It really melts in your mouth. The texture is unbelievable, and people love this. Once they start making this buttercream, it's hard to go back, I have to say that, because I'm truly a fan. And it's just, it pipes so well, which I'll show you in the next video for my cupcakes, and you can use it basically on anything. If you love this recipe, make sure that you leave a comment or also like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. I can't wait to keep sharing amazing videos with you. And if you want the full recipe for my Swiss meringue buttercream, make sure you head to grandbabycakes.com. I'm gonna pipe some of this on my cupcakes. I'll see you next time.